Welcome to the Bonfire of Chakra Embers, a space within the biome where we tend to what's ready to release. Alright, travelers, let's see which ember is glowing today. We have the red ember coming forward. So this ember carries the signal of the root chakra: safety, survival, grounding, belonging, ancestry, and of course, body. So come sit by the fire and let's listen closely and listen to what this ember has to say. All right, so we're going to start with the feminine current. This is the energetic flow of what's moving beneath the conscious knowing. All right, so what is this ember ready to heal from? The Sun card in reverse. This is someone who is done being miserable and over depleted and tired and exhausted. You're ready to soften or renew this aspect of it. So I agree. Maybe things are on your expense. Let's see what this ember is ready to shed. The tension, 5 of Wands, the tension of everything. This is like the base of when you come across something. When you're trying to avoid the tension or someone's looks or attitude or whatever the case is, you're just avoiding it at all cost. So how can healing and releasing be embodied moving forward? You're just going to take it at face value and keeping it moving. Like, I'm not saying this is the healthiest way to go about it, but it's a start. It's a start. You're just taking it and you're going. You'll consolidate those wands later, but right now you are carrying a lot of burden and a lot of rent is going on in your head and ain't nobody paying. This is off of their expense, but you're still moving forward. You're not going to give up. You're going to figure this out, but it's a start just to avoid it altogether. I think it's like you're in survival mode right now. Maybe you've gone on to a hermit mode and you're just D&D. You're not answering nothing. You ain't answering nothing right now. You're in retreat mode. All right, so now we're going to mirror it through the masculine current. This will allow us to see what the fire asks for the action in the physical world. All right, so what is this ember facing and strengthening? Page of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe you've been dealing with like weak contracts, like people who seem hesitant, but you're still going through anyway. You're too quick to believe someone. I feel like you need to make them work a little bit more before you are like, yeah, I can trust that. But this is like messages getting blocked, especially with opportunities and things. Third parties not giving you the message. That's what I'm hearing. So what is this ember prepared to surrender? Queen of Pentacles. I feel like this is out of frustration. You're a Queen of Pentacles and you're willing to give that up because it's not working out for others or they give you a hard time, because it's like you don't want to be damned if you do, damned if you don't, is what I'm hearing. But you're nurturing and you're abundant and you're fulfilling, so don't give that up. I feel like you're given a hard time because you're a Queen of Pentacles, so you're willing to give it up. Like, don't do that. That's not the answer. That's not the answer. Nah. All right, but let's see how facing and releasing can be anchored moving forward. Queen of Cups. Yeah, you need to do more Queen of Cups in reverse energy. You need to be more emotionally defensive or offended. You need to legitimately show how you're offended. Look at all these wands I have to carry. You always give me a hard time. And now because you can't do it, I'm supposed to small myself. You need to start getting mad over it, honestly. Start getting mad. Don't compromise. Get mad at it. Make some boundaries. Draw some lines. It's time. Damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? Because I just feel like with the company you're around or the energy you're around, they're never happy, honestly. They're never happy. It's always something. Now we're going into Spirit Whispers. Get some higher insight, heart messages, and some soul directive going on here. All right, first we're going to go with the feminine current. What is the emotional truth, the divine guidance? Deep connection. Find bonds of support and love in intimate relationships and family. So yeah, you need to find your people. You can't do it for everyone. You got to find your cheerleaders, your specific ones. Because that's what I'm getting at. You were spreading yourself too thin for too many people who aren't even worthy. No, not everybody. All right, so let's look into this masculine current. We get the focus and the divine calling. Heart's desire. Ignite your inner passion and desires, driving you towards your dream. Yep, it's about you, boo. You already have the tools. You just got to get there. It's time to worry about yourself. I feel like I've said that before this week. One of these guys, I think it was this one. You need to start worrying about yourself. You mean well, you always do, but it's time to work on you, okay? So when the ember of the feminine current burned away and is all said and done, the lasting impression is the King of Cups in reverse. Yeah, mentally you're not giving them space anymore. You may not execute it outwards, but inwards you are not allowing any more wands to come and carry. And this is between you, between you and you. Ain't nobody know you're doing this, but you have vowed to yourself that you're not allowing anyone to take any more space into your head or your energy. So when this masculine current of this ember has burned away, said and done, the ashes are here, the lasting imprint is the Empress in reverse. This screams villain. You're just giving out villain vibes because that's the only move you're left to do. Especially if you're going for yourself. Now, your team will let you know you're not the villain, but you're going to be playing a villain in a lot of these people's lives because they just kept taking advantage of. There was no off button for them. They were going to keep going and going and going and going. And look what you've resorted to, because this is how you have to do it. They've been taking advantage of you. So they're not gonna understand the first no you say, and you're probably gonna have to be diabolical about it, but as you should. I'm rooting for you. It's gonna be hard, but it's gonna be worth it when you're finally surrounded by people who genuinely care for your well-being, okay? So this ember has spoken. Tend to it well, speak to it gently, and simply keep the warmth alive. And to you, silent listener, Thank you for keeping watch by the fire, and I will see you next time where warmth meets memory.